In a small village nestled in the heart of Africa, a girl named Rukky was born. Her mother, Ejiro, cuddled her daughter with love as the sun rose on a new day. But unknown to Ejiro, a dark cloud had hung over their family even before Rukky took her first breath. Rukky's arrival was marked by a strange eclipse, a warning that her life would not be ordinary. From the moment she was born, strange occurrences followed her, and every step Rukky took seemed to stir the wind of fate. Her mother, Ejiro, remained unaware of the cause, but sensed that something was off, as if the universe itself had turned against her daughter. As Rukky grew, so did the strange occurrences around her increased. The villagers spoke of her birth with harsh voices. They whispered among themselves, saying, "She is a cursed child. Her late father was an evil man, so I am certain this is karma playing," one of the villagers said. Rukky had always felt like an outsider, even among her own people. While other children and villagers played and relaxed under the golden African sun, she found herself often alone, shunned by some and feared by others. Her hair, unlike others, grew in strange patterns, and her skin oftentimes appeared to have an unnatural glow, especially under the full moon. One day, while walking through the market with her mother, an old woman approached them. "Your daughter is the one," the woman whispered to Ejiro, her eyes filled with sorrow. "She carries the weight of a curse." Ejiro recalled in shock, not understanding, but Rukky, feeling a strange sensation she had never known before, felt an unsettling chill run down her spine. "What do you mean, Mama? What do you mean by my daughter is the one, and she carries the weight of a curse?" Ejiro asked. The old woman asked them to go to the grave of a certain widow and ask for forgiveness. "Your late husband wronged so many people when he was alive. He wronged a particular widow, and she placed a curse on him and his offsprings," said the old woman. Rukky's life seems to spiral with each passing day, as if every misfortune was connected to her. One night, she was awoken by a haunting dream. In it, she saw a woman, dressed in tattered clothes, standing in a field of dried grass. The woman's face was a blur, but Rukky felt an overwhelming sense of fear. The next morning, Ejiro decided to visit the widow's grave, hoping to understand the strange visions that haunted her daughter's dream. The air around the graveyard felt heavy with sorrow, as if the earth itself mourned the woman's lost life. They arrived at her grave, and as Ejiro placed a flower on the cold stone, Rukky felt an air presence. Suddenly, the winds shifted, and a figure appeared from the shadows. It was the widow's ghost, her face twisted in agony. "You cannot escape the curse," her spirit hissed. "The sins of your father will haunt you until the end." Rukky's heart pounded, but she was not afraid. Instead, she felt a strange connection to the widow's ghost. "What did my father do to you?" she asked. The ghost's eyes darkened, filled with rage and anger. "I went to the bush to get some firewood with my daughter. After refusing your father's several sexual advances, then at the bush, your father showed up. He raped and killed me. He also killed my daughter just to cover up his evil deed. And now you think you can escape it? You will pay with your life forever, you and your offspring." As Rukky grew older, the curse began to manifest in terrifying ways. She could hear whispers in the wind, and at times she could see shadows moving in the corners of her eyes. The villagers believed that Rukky brought misfortune wherever she went. Crops withered when she passed through fields, and children fell ill for no apparent reasons. One day, Rukky was walking through the village when a group of children who were playing started running. "Stay away from us," they all screamed, their faces filled with fear. "You are cursed. You will bring disaster to us all." The other villagers, having overheard, began to murmur in agreement. Ejiro, who had once been proud of her daughter, now felt the stench of the villagers' rejection. She began to question whether the curse was real or was just a superstition. Yet the evidence was so undeniable. Rukky's presence seems to trigger misfortune. In a desperate attempt to protect her daughter, Ejiro took her daughter to a local healer. The healer, an old woman named Mama Titi, looked at the girl with pity. "The curse of the widow is strong," Mama Titi said, her voice trembling. "But there is a way to break it," she continued. "Rukky must face the spirit of the widow and atone for the sins of her father." Mama Titi gave Rukky a mysterious potion to help her journey into the spirit world. She explained that she would have to confront the widow's spirit and seek for her forgiveness, but the journey would be treacherous and she would need strength beyond her years. Rukky set off alone, leaving her mother behind, determined to face the woman who had cursed her. The path to the spirit realm was filled with dangers. Strange creatures crippled in the shadow, and the air was thick with a strange, oppressive energy. As she ventured deeper into the wilderness, she began to feel an unsettling pull. It was as if the earth itself was guiding her, pulling her towards the inevitable encounter. At the edge of the dark forest, Rukky finally arrived at the entrance of the spirit realm. The air grew colder, and a deep fog filled the space. It was here that she would meet the widow's spirit and seek redemption. She stepped into the fog, her heart pounding in her chest. She could feel the presence of the widow's spirit looming nearby, her anger palpable. The air cracked with energy, and she could hear the sounds of footsteps behind her. Suddenly, the widow's spirit materialized before her, her face twisted in sorrow and rage. "You dare enter my realm?" her voice boomed, echoing through the mist. "I have come to ask for your forgiveness," Rukky said, her voice steady, despite the fear rising in her chest. "Please, release me from this curse. I did not cause your pain. I was just a child when my father wronged you," she said. The widow's eyes narrowed, and she laughed. "Your father raped, killed my daughter and I, and you think you can undo his sins with mere word? It doesn't work like that." Rukky stepped forward, her heart filled with a sense of purpose. "I cannot undo your pain, but I can promise to live a life of compassion and kindness. And I will honor your memory and that of your daughter, and I will make amends for my father's actions," she said, pleading. The spirit stared at her for a long moment, as if weighing her words. Then, with a flicker of sadness, her anger seemed to disappear, and her form began to fade into the mist. Rukky returned to her village, uncertain of what awaited her. Had she truly broken the curse? The villagers still whispered behind her back. But there was something different in the air. A sense of peace seemed to follow her, as if the weight of the curse had been lifted. Ejiro welcomed her daughter home with open arms, overjoyed to see her safe. But Rukky felt a sense of loss. She had confronted the spirit, but the widow's wrath had left a mark on her soul. She could feel the burden of the sins of her father, and while the curse had been lifted, she knew that true forgiveness would take a lifetime to achieve. Days turned into weeks, and Rukky worked hard to rebuild the trust of her people. Slowly, the villagers began to see her for who she truly was, and not the daughter of a man who had wronged many, but as someone who had faced the darkest part of her past and emerged stronger. Years passed, and Rukky bloomed into a wise and compassionate young woman. The memories of the cause faded, but the lesson remained. She had learned the power of forgiveness and strength to face the sins of the past and courage to change the future. The village began to change slowly but surely. The crops flourished again, and the children played in the field without fear. Rukky realized that forgiveness was a journey, and sometimes redemption came not from the spirit world, but from the heart. Rukky had broken the curse, but in doing so, she had created something new, a life of peace, of healing, and of hope. She was no longer the girl marked by the sins of her father. She was a woman who had taken control of her destiny. And as she stood beneath the setting sun, she knew that the past had been a shadow, but the future was hers to shape.